wish upon a star. Makes no difference who you are. Anyone you'd like to hear will come to you. Oh, hello there. Now we're going to explain all the characters from The Lion King, starting with Simba. As heir to King Mufasa's throne, Simba has been taught to respect all creatures, great and small. They are all part of the circle of life. Simba is curious about the world around him and eager to explore. He's mischievous and generally acts fearless, unless placed in actual danger. He's also rather arrogant, thinking himself above Mufasa's major domo, Zazu, since he will one day be the birds' king. When Simba's uncle Scar initiates a wildebeest stampede that kills Mufasa, he blames the cub for his father's death and convinces him to run away. Cast out into exile, Simba must fend for himself. With the help of Timon and Pumbaa, he chooses a lifestyle of Hakuna Matata, no responsibilities, no cares. Simba is desperate to forget his past, but when his old friend Nala appears, pleading with him to save the Pride Lands from Scar, Simba springs into action to take his rightful place in the circle of life as the Lion King.
Did you know that?
Simba means lion in Swahili. An early concept art of Simba shows him with blue eyes.
Now you know.
Now here is Mufasa. Mufasa is a stern but kind leader. Courageous yet cautious, Mufasa is feared by the hyenas and respected by everyone except for his brother Scar. Mufasa's jealous brother is a thorn in the king's side, but Mufasa still looks out for him, hoping that someday he will change. He is also a caring and nurturing father and adoring husband. He has high aspirations and high expectations for his son Simba, the heir to his throne. Mufasa hopes that his son will be a wise leader and teaches him the true meaning of bravery. Mufasa would do anything for his son, and he does, ultimately losing his life in an attempt to rescue Simba.
Did you know that?
The name Mufasa means king in the Manazoto language. In an early script for The Lion King, Mufasa sang a song called Mighty King of the Wild. It was cut since it didn't match Mufasa's character.
Now you know.
This is Nala. Sweet, adorable Nala is Simba's best friend and companion. She would do anything for the future king. Like Simba, she is curious about the world around her and loves to explore. Nala pretends to be fearless and can always beat Simba in a fight. It is Nala who finds her long-lost friend and convinces him to return to the Pride Lands and overthrow Scar. When Simba finally takes the throne, Nala becomes his bride and queen of the Pride Lands. This is Sarabi. Behind every strong lion king, there's a strong lioness. Queen Sarabi is a regal, caring mother and wife. Loyal and brave, she's not afraid to stand up to the evil Scar. She tries to convince the new king, who takes over the Pride Lands when Mufasa dies, that they all must leave Pride Rock because there is no food left. She cares enough about the welfare of the other animals in the kingdom to risk provoking the mean-spirited Scar. Now here is Timon. Timon is a wisecracking meerkat who leads the Hakuna Matata lifestyle of no worries, no responsibilities, and no cares. Timon realizes that having a lion on his side will keep him protected from other predators, so he and Pumbaa take Simba in and raise him. But of course, it's hard to have no worries, and when Nala shows up, Timon fears Simba will leave him and Pumbaa behind. When he realizes this fear is coming true, he sets out to help his friend and plays a role in saving the Pride Lands and restoring Simba to his throne. And now here is Pumbaa. Pumbaa is a warthog with a bit of a gas problem. He is the brains of his group, although he doesn't realize it, as Timon has a tendency to take credit for Pumbaa's bright ideas. Pumbaa has a big heart and would do anything for his friends, even share his grubs. When Simba is called into action to save the Pride Lands, Pumbaa and Timon discover that they are warriors at heart, even if they are silly ones. They're such a dynamic duo. Here is Rafiki. Rafiki is a wise baboon and a shaman. He's somewhat mysterious and a little crazy. It is Rafiki's job to present new lion cubs to the rest of the kingdom, and he never forgets a face. Rafiki helps Simba come to terms with who he is and embrace his place in the circle of life. Meet Zazu, a hornbill. Zazu is Mufasa's major domo. He takes his job very seriously. He's also a warrior. Much to his dismay, he's often put in the position of being Simba's babysitter, a difficult task, since Simba wants nothing more than to run away from him. Zazu puts up with a lot of teasing from Simba, but still watches out for the rambunctious young lion. Zazu lives life by the rules, and he expects others to do the same. This frequently puts him at odds with Scar, who imprisons the bird once he takes over the Pride Lands. Now here is Scar himself. Scar, the evil brother of King Mufasa and second in line to the throne, wants to be king. Scar is a close companion of the hyenas who live in the elephant graveyard. They take his orders, and in return, he makes sure they have plenty of food. He's an out-and-out villain, witty, slimy, seductive, and willing to do anything to gain power, even if it means killing his brother in a wildebeest stampede. Scar convinces Simba that he was responsible for his father's death, and then gleefully takes over the throne. As bad guys are inclined to do, Scar lets the Pride Lands slip into desperate trouble. It is to a destroyed Pride Rock that Simba returns to do battle with his uncle. Although strong and conniving, Scar cannot overcome the sheer anger Simba feels at learning the truth about his father's death. The two battle, and Scar loses, doomed by his own betrayals.
Did you know that?
Scar hates the song "It's a Small World." Maybe it's because it's too kid-friendly.
Now you know.
Now here's the hyena trio, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed. The hyenas are outcasts among the other animals and make their home in the elephant graveyard, a place outside the boundaries of the Pride Lands. Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed are Scar's henchmen. They do his bidding and help him rid the Pride Lands of Mufasa and Simba. In return, they are given full run of the Pride Lands. Shenzi is the leader of the hyenas and the only female in Scar's trio of minions. She is calm and collected, rarely losing her temper. The other hyenas listen to her without question. Shenzi is wise enough to put aside her dislike of Scar in favor of finding a better situation for herself and her friends. Banzai, on the other hand, is all aggression. He loves a good fight and thinks with his stomach rather than his head. Ed is the true comic relief of the group. His eyes seem unable to focus. His tongue lolls out of his mouth, and he laughs at everything, even things that aren't funny. And those are all the Lion King characters. Join me next time, and we'll head back under the sea to explain characters from The Little Mermaid.